He's seen the cross coming in, and he's just fully nutted it into his own net. There you go. And welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying the save, drop a like, that'd be most fantastic. So, today we've got ourselves an FA Cup tie because, well, we had to really. 5th round, it's against Burnley. You never know. It's a chance to test ourselves against a better side. Obviously, we have played Burnley before in this save, but that was a long, long time ago in the Carabao Cup, back in the first season. So, yeah, an interesting test. Also, oh my goodness, there's been a patch. Oh my lord, there's been a patch. And it claims to have fixed a lot of things, particularly stuff to do with the defences ratings, which is awesome because I do think that was a game-breaking problem. So I'm glad that's back. I'll be interested to see what other changes have been made. I've obviously taken a note of a lot of the statistics for this point in time so we can see how they compare because I always find that sort of stuff fascinating. But we'll talk more about that in the analysis video at the end of the season, of course, because I wouldn't want to bore you with that. So for the plan for the rest of the season is kind of this. See what we can do, see how things change. I didn't want to make any tactical changes today, given that we're on a brand new patch, and that could be, yeah, for all I know, the things we've got right now might work fine. So we're going to see that out. We've got youth intake today as well, hopefully, which is going to be awesome to see where I don't know, maybe we'll get someone good. I'd like to hope so. Right, let's get into the Burnley game. This is not going to be the best reflection of the way things are going. Honestly, I'm just hoping that fullbacks can exist again now. That's my hope for them, that they just exist in some way. Right, okay, so this is not happening. Although it might have to, actually. So Critchlow Noble's out. Lawrence needs a rest, like, severely. So we're going to have to make changes. It's the FA Cup. We want to go full strength, but, you know, not going to risk anything. I'm still very unsure about the idea of putting Brooking as a libero. Like, I like him, I do, and I think he's got a future here, but not there. Oh, Lord. Burnley have Mitrovic as well. Good Lord, this is a good side who are currently struggling against relegation. So maybe not. Might be playing them next year at this rate. Big one, though. Looks like it's a nighttime game as well. Anything that we were able to get here would be spectacular. I don't think we're going to be strong enough, but that's fine. It's an FA Cup match. We've got league games to come. There's 8 left in the league this season. I want to see how we do over that period of matches, and I just want to see if our fullbacks perform. That's my main concern. I just want to notice little differences. Let's crack on. One thing someone did suggest was turning off prevent short goalkeeper distribution, because often that kind of forces those longer passes, and I think you may have a point with that. However, I have noticed that even when you don't do that, goalkeepers tend to just lump it long anyway, so I don't know how much of a difference it would actually make, but I don't want to change that this season because I want to just see how things pan out for a bit, get a bit more data. Come on, we've got a guy on the line. Everyone should be marked up. Oh, that's a good ball in. And it's flicked away. And Neuschkas onto this, though. He's got Low Everton in front of him. Burnley players are struggling to get back. Oh, he's got to find the pass. Okay, apparently not. He's just going to go straight past him. Simpson across for Low Everton. That's a good block by the Burnley defender, but that's nice football from us there. I don't know who that was lumbering back after Neuschkas there, but he did not look up for the fight on that particular run. Bootie's ball through and it's cleared away, but Porteous will go and collect that. He did ask for a new contract, but when I tried to talk to him, he immediately changed his mind, so that's fine, I guess. I wouldn't mind giving him one anyway, but hey, we'll see. So Neuschkas just pulled his hamstring, which is the bad news of the day here, because now Graham Golston's going to have to go up front for the rest of this one, but I'm more concerned about long-term, although, hang on, he's not off the... Oh, well, I mean, for a player with a pulled hamstring, I tell you what, my man can run. That's what I will say. Also, Golston's apparently on the pitch, and yet Neuschkas the one running through on goal. What's happened here? Booty did kinda well. It's a lot of shots, but well cleared eventually in the end. Rashica down the right, whips it in, and Mitrovic with the knockdown. Good block, and good block again. Okay, we're getting a lot of blocks in today, which is unusual for us. Well, Burnley have somewhat kicked on a little bit since the... Oh, just over the bar. Since then, we've had to make quite a few blocks here, but we're hanging on in there. Good. With the long ball forward, Bootie's unlikely to win that, but we should manage to get the second ball here. Firmao pushing out. Mumber into the midfield. Here we go. Oh, okay, that's it. Fine, get to the second ball. Never mind. Okay, this one's going to go behind, isn't it? Solis, and... Oh, okay. Well, so far, so not really great from us, but keeping Burnley out at the moment. Defensively, Ewan's having a very good game so far, and none of the defenders are having the worst days ever, which is a nice sign considering the current performance. Curious to see where we can take this in the second half. We're just lacking a little bit of attacking bite at the moment, but that could just come from the fact that we're facing a much better defence here, and we are missing a few of the sort of more key attacking players that we might normally use. Porteous, though. McNeil. Oh, I was hoping that would be cut out, and... okay. Strange choices being made. Oh, dearie me. Well, that looked like a foul. No, that was definitely a foul. That was definitely a penalty. I see a lot of balls that could be easily intercepted not being intercepted. It could just be that we're being a bit more tentative because it's a better side. That was obviously a penalty. I don't know why they're saying that it wasn't. It looked like he just came through from behind there as Mitrovic will step up. And Ziga cannot say that it's Burnley 1, Bolton 0. I mean, you've got no one but yourself to blame there, good. You went straight through the back of him, mate. Booty to deliver a free kick. Is there anyone on the end of it? Goldston was there. Ah, okay, so we got 2-on-2. That's fine. Simple stuff. Get across to him. No worries. Okay. Zorlis is quite quick, so just don't foul him. Just hold the ball up. Pressure, 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 pressure. And McNeil, and good save from Ziga. That was quite good football, actually. And they are a Premier League team, after all. We're a sort of lower half championship side, so we've done okay. We've held our own in many ways. It was a tough one anyway. Maybe on another day, but not really. Like, we haven't been that good. Ewan put in a pretty solid performance, I've got to be honest with the lad. And Goldston just held onto the ball a little bit too long there. Rashika, Ewan's just left him to run all the way through on goal for some reason. Just get across. That's it. Measured. Nice. Well played back in for Mayo. Ooh, Porteous might be able to... No, he's not got the height on him. Down to Cork. Go on, keep it 1-0. Don't let them have one late. That's a nice clearance. Well played. And, oh, unless... No, that's going to be it. Burnley 1, Bolton 0. We didn't deserve to win the match. I think we did well to keep them down to just the one goal, and it was from the penalty spot, which I guess shows us something, but we did still give up too many chances, I suppose. Or it might have just been the sheer number of shots, but they didn't have that many. So I think that, yeah, we deserve to lose this one. These games don't really show us much in terms of changes. It's what we do in the league over the next 8 matches that matters the most, and that's what we've got to concentrate on. Right, some games off camera. Back in a minute. There should be a youth intake in there too. I hope so. So let's get ready for that. Right then, guys, we are back. We have had a youth intake. We're going to talk about that in a sec. But first up, we went away to Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Obviously, playoff challenging Crystal Palace. Not great stuff here. Shaqiri puts it across, and there was Akinfenmewa with a lovely finish to slide it into his own net. That was the winner. That's not to say Palace didn't deserve to score plenty more times than that. But once again, it's one of these games where we actually did quite well at defending a lot of the opportunities. Like against Burnley, where we did a lot of defending, but then gave up a penalty. Today it was like we did a lot of defending and then gave up an own goal, but we weren't good enough. We're not creating chances anymore, and we're conceding what looks like a lot more chances, and that isn't great. But though, these are two very good sides. However, we then went away to Hull City, and I started to get a better idea of the fact that this is just us at the moment. Balls whipped through. Wilkes with an absolutely fantastic finishing made it 1-0 to Hull City. Now, we did manage to equalise in this game. Ball lumped downfield. Neuschkas somehow able to get hold of it here, and does do a fantastic job here, basically by himself. And this was the only creative moment I think I've seen from us in our entire off-camera game sections, and even this was just a bit of luck the way it fell to him. So yeah, Hull City should have beaten us here, and we were lucky to get away with a point, I feel like. And then lastly, we hosted top of the table Norwich City. Again, another really difficult game against the top opponent, but really simple football in the box from Norwich City. Easy finish for Platt, and it was 1-0. That was all it was. We offered nothing going forward yet again. Didn't look quite as bad at the back this time. They definitely deserved the goal that they got though, but we were showing no signs of being able to offer anything ourselves, and that seems to be, albeit over a very small sample size, what I'm noticing at the moment. Now, I want to give it the rest of the season because I do want to have better data on this. And that's the reason I wasn't making tactical tweaks in these games. As much as I want to, I kind of need to let us get some clear data here so I can then use that for next season, because I still don't think we're going to go down. But we are going to be flying a bit close to the sun. With 5 games to go, we're 8 points above the drop zone. Obviously, our goal difference is vastly superior to everybody else down there. And we're still, according to the stats anyway, top 10 for goals conceded and scored. So it's a strange one. It really, really is. We just haven't got the points at times this season. And the one thing I've noticed in this period of matches is simply that the creativity is gone. Gone. Nothing. The only goal we've scored in this period was a lumped ball forward that Neuschkas was able to just about make something of by himself. I don't think I've actually seen us create anything in any of the other matches. All the build-up play is dead. Low Everton no longer makes the runs that he was before. I don't know. But like I said, we need more data, so I'm going to give it the rest of the season so we can really use this to work with. But I am quite concerned that we may have to do a lot of tactical tweaks over the summer, but we'll have to see. First up, though, youth intake. You should be seeing it on your screen now. We actually got someone who looks quite decent. Now, you might look at the star rating and go, okay, sure, but let me just show you this guy, because he actually looks better than I think the star rating would suggest. So here he is. This is Goss, a right-sided player, which is lovely to get a player in a position we actually use, but okay, sure. Few things about him aren't spectacular, but 12 crossing, 12 dribbling. He's only 15, so he's younger than a lot of the others. Good acceleration, decent-ish pace as well. Some physicals in there that I quite like. Determination, very low, definitely a problem. We need to get him in the right mentoring group for sure, but some decent technicals to start with. Good off the ball for a 15-year-old. Great work rate as well, again, for his age. So I think he's a decent prospect to come through at this point, and I'm pretty pleased that we got someone of this kind of quality through our youth academy this year. So this is Goss. The others, sadly, there just wasn't much to speak of. I think he's the only one that you may well see later down the line in this save. So I'm still excited about Glenn. Let me know what you think. But he's definitely, very much a right-sided winger kind of player, and that's fine. Today, though, we're playing Pompey. They are bottom of the league. This, honestly, I feel like if we can just scrape a win here, that'll be enough to officially sort of keep us up. I still think we'd stay up if we lost every game for the rest of the year, but I'd rather we didn't do that. But, we're going to just persist for now. So, switcheroo. Cristiano Noble, he is back. It's his first game back. He's finally sort of back, and we kind of have missed him. Like, it's weird. Like, our defense does struggle a lot, but arguably it's one of the best parts of our squad. We're actually pretty balanced for the most part as it goes. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean that we're balanced in terms of the league. These could still just be good League One players, which is an important thing to take note of. But that's about as strong as we get at the moment with that kind of lineup. Might actually start Richardson over Bree just because of the bad connections there, and he needs some chance. Because Burnley, Premier League team. We didn't expect anything out of that game, got what we expected. Palace, away from home, really good side, challenging in the playoffs. I know we beat him earlier this year, but that was lucky. Again, didn't play well, not what you'd expect. The whole game is the one that made me go, oh, this might just be us now. And then obviously Norwich City, again, top of the league, difficult game. This to me is a much, much better litmus test of what's actually going on at the moment. So we'll see. Our last win was literally the 4-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. We are dead bottom of the form standings. No surprises. The only things I've got tactically in my head for little changes we can make immediately would be things like turning back on run at defence and seeing if perhaps now that this new patch is out, actually it reverts back to what we were doing before. Don't know, won't see just yet. And the same with the preventing short goalkeeper distribution. But I'm concerned that it might have made such drastic changes to the way that we play that we may have to completely change our shape, which would suck because I really do want to have something weird like this. But, you know, it's not going to be fun if we continue to get relegated back down the leagues again, is it? So at home, it's bottom of the table Portsmouth. We're bottom of the form standings. It's basically just, I mean, it's two people fighting in the mud as things stand. And we need to make sure that we're the ones that climb out of the mud, basically. And this is basically, in theory, the easiest game we will have all season, at home against bottom club. Although we've actually had this situation already this year where we'd lost to Blackpool at home. And I believe we also lost to Cardiff at home. We love losing to the bottom club at the time. So we've got to be careful with that. That's one of the things I've noticed. The passing seems to have gone a lot worse. They seem to be a lot more aimless and very often getting intercepted, but we don't seem to be able to intercept our opponent's passes. And I do believe that might be one of the problems of us switching it. Oh, good. At least we've got a header on target. It might be one of the things that's come with the fact that we're no longer running at defences as much. We're making aimless passes that we weren't before, but we'll see. Something else I've noticed is that our wing-back on the left-hand side is continuing to make the runs like he normally would when it's Booty in there, but the midfielders are not putting the ball to him like they were before, which is interesting. They're not finding him as much as they were before. So John here, he should spray this out into the left-hand channel for Regan Booty, but look, they go to a player who's marked now, essentially, who, like, the pass there is the obvious one into the channel here, but now they seem to prefer this ball, and I'm curious as to why. Although Porteous is actually through and has nearly created a chance out of it, but that's something I've also noticed quite a lot since the changes. But I am curious to know what you guys' thoughts are. Obviously, you'd have played the game a little bit since the newest patch. What do you think? What do you think's been improved? What do you think's been potentially made worse? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I'm interested. And then with three defenders, we were unable to make much happen there. Ball whipped across, and it's a good effort from Gray, but it's just over the bar. Well, half-time, and I mean, look at this. There's just, like, we're actually defending okay because simply Portsmouth aren't doing anything, but neither are we. It also doesn't help that we've had 2 first-half injuries, which is just spectacular. But I'm trying to resist making tactical changes. I'm just observing for the moment, basically. Getting ideas for things we could do over the summer to come back stronger next year, essentially. I think that's the best we can do at this point. Porteous now. There's a run being made by Low Everton, and he actually does try to find him, and he's actually managed to get it this time. Okay, right. The run's being made to the left-hand side, and he's finally found him. Booty into space. Low Everton. And it's round the side for Neuschkas. It's blocked again. Booty will pick it up. Is this a chance for us, maybe? Back to the edge of the box for Mumba. Oh, God. Oh, okay. That was a very strange decision there. Mahoney to deliver for Pompey. Cheers. I'm consoling myself with the fact that it's all just data at this point. I mean, good finish from the guy on the line, to be fair. That is a top finish. Trying to get through a man here, and he does get round one. Can he find a cross on the end of this, though? Pulls it back for Richardson, and it's over the crossbar. Okay, this time he does try to go for Goldston, who's peeled into this wide channel. Back for Mumba. And back for Goldston. No one in the box. Well, there is someone in the box. And he's got to find Booty here. Go on, Regan. Put that ball in for someone. And it's flicked into the back of the net by Sonny Low Everton. My God, we created a chance from open play that involved build-up. That's more like it. Finally, Low Everton managing to get himself into a good position to score his 8th goal of the year. Regan Booty was finally in a position to make something happen. Although, rather, he actually got the ball in a position. The Portsmouth defender doesn't track him properly. Makes a lovely little inside run. And it's a nice piece of play from Low Everton just to get across there and find the equaliser. Right, let's go grab that win, shall we? Porteous brings it down. Oh, he's got to find the right pass. It's not, surely not. What the hell? What is going on in this game? It's the guy that scored against us has just, hang on, has he just headed that into his own net? It's dumped into the box here, randomly by Richardson, and then... What the hell is going on? Defensive AI. I know that this has gone in our favour, but he's just headed that straight into his own net. I guess you could argue that he's trying to, like, flick it away, but it just kind of looks like he's seen the cross coming in, and he's just fully nutted it into his own net. There you go. So we do now have the lead, and it's Oliver Strevitt who's now scored at both ends. It's just as well we are winning this, actually, because a team that's in the relegation zone is actually winning at the moment. So our gap would actually remain at 8 points. Ingram now. Lumps it long. Okay, should be easily mopped up by Lawrence. That's a nice header from Henry Lawrence. Can Porteous pulls... Oh. It's hard to watch a little bit, isn't it? Like... Oh my God! He just runs off the pitch and leaves the ball. And it's an equaliser for Pompey. Well, there you go. Oh, it's like watching two teams of clowns try to play football. There you go, you won the ball. And he just gives it away immediately. God almighty. Well, there's a lot of work to be done over the summer. I guess we didn't lose, so that's something, I suppose. I'm sorry, you have to laugh at this point. Well, we thought we'd turn that into a win, but I don't know if we would have... I don't know. I don't know anymore. It is pretty funny, though. From 9 games without losing to 8 games without a win. Quite the flip. So, we're going to start off next time with West Ham away. Nice and easy, eh? Please win another game this season. That'd be excellent. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, drop a like. That'll be awesome. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be sick too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekend. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow as we finish off the season. And, I mean, there's some tough games away in here, so I'm concerned that we may not win another game this season. Relegation beckons. Let's not do that, eh? Anyway, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your guns. Capybara. Bye-bye.